Hello everyone. See this? Granted I got a little green paint on it, but Lisa got us these. These are bird feeders, obviously very tiny ones, that you can build at home. So we're going to deliver some of these kits here for you to assemble. It's got all the wood, little wood. The bird feeders are about this big and about this high, and it hangs. And so it'll be very entertaining once you get it done and it hanging there to watch the birds attempt to get some food out of it in this little teeny thing and swing around like this. So it's part bird feeder, part entertainment center. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to put it together, and I'm going to learn how to put it together at the same time. First, I have my trusty scissors here, and I'm going to cut right off the top. Show you what we got. Voila! It's got one very teeny tiny eye bolt right here that you hang it from. It's got some string that you hang it with right here, and has a center post. Here's the base. All the bird food's going to be in there. Here's the centerpiece like this, and then these pieces go around the outside as such, and these pieces go and make a little roof, and that's the way it is. So what I thought, oh, and it comes with glue. Here's glue, and it looks very much like white glue. So I'm not, you see, I don't have a bunch of gloves on and a big suit on to make sure I'm safe from the glue, because this is very safe glue. It's not a problem. So what I thought we'd do is I put some acrylic paint with water in these two little tubs here. I'm thinking you can use watercolor paint if you decide you want to do this. But I thought first what we would do is we dip them in the paint. So I've got red and green. So I thought I'd do the bottom part in green. See, we're going to dip it in the green, dip it in the green, and dip it in the green like so. And then wash it. There we go. There's some excess there because it's my paint is degraded. But we'll have to dry these before we put them together. Here's some more green. We're going to dip that in the green. Very good. So this is not mandatory here by any stretch. You guys can just put them together just like wood, but I thought we'd color them ahead of time. So the parts I'm making green are the bottom feeder parts. There you go, that's better. Another green part here. There. Green. More. There it is. So, thought we'd make that part green. We'll make the roof red. Here's a little roof on the top of it. Here's a picture of it here with the roof. And here's some instructions on the back. Shows you how to do it. Look, there's the instructions. You can get somebody to help you and read the instructions. They're pretty straight ahead. Now I'm going to attempt to do these in red. Let's put some red on these. The red was less degraded, so it'll come out a little nicer probably. There they are. There we go. This one. So normally, as you know, we would vote to see what colors we used. It seems I happen to have this color. So you can use watercolor in here. Watercolor is very non-toxic and easy to use. And you can just make a watercolor wash out of it and dip your little pieces in if you want. There we go. So, normally we would vote, so I wonder what we should make the centerpiece. Should we make it green or red? Let's go with green. Alright. Plus, I can kind of fit it in there. Trudy will probably hassle me for getting my hands all green and red and stuff, but that's okay. There we go. So there. Okay, we're going to have to let that dry. So just a couple of things. Note how small this bird feeder is. It's only this big. You know you're not going to get any California condors or buzzards or anything. If you want to get those kind of birds to come around, you have to build, a big one, get some roadkill and pile it on there until it's really good and stinky, and then you get those. But we're not doing those birds. The kind of birds that are going to come are going to be like little sparrows and little birds can come. And if a big bird tries to come, it'll swing it around and you'll get entertainment out of it. So, several things to keep in mind when you're putting up a bird feeder. You want to hang it. That's why it's got a thing to hang it by, like this, so you don't get critters that you don't want, coming around, eating your bird food and coming. Could be mice or rats or other things. So you want to hang them high so it's all kind of safe from other things. 2, if you're going to hang a bird feeder somewhere, make sure it's not a place where you don't mind, or where you do mind bird poops happening. Granted, the bird poops won't be a big deal too much because you got little bitty birds. They have little bitty poops. It's not too bad. But if you get seagulls and and buzzards and things like that, it's going to be a mess. So be careful and hang it in a place where you think it'll be safe. So there. Okay, we'll come back later and glue it together. Thank you very much. Okay. They aren't completely and totally and utterly dry, but they'll be fine for our purposes. So what I have here is the glue, which we're going to glue the bottom part together first. Then I don't think we want the advertisement on the top, although it will be under the bird food. We think advertisement on the bottom. So this particular model here has 2 short pieces and 2 long pieces, like that. So the 2 short pieces will go on first, right on the base like this. So let's glue them on. Now I'm not sure exactly how, this is the first time we've done it, how fast this glue dries. So I have tape here so that we can attempt to tape the thing together if it needs clamping. There's that. So notice I'm gluing it right on this edge here, like that, because that's the edge, not exactly straight, that's the edge that goes up against the base here. Put it there as such. Okay, now I'm going to do the edges here. Actually, let's see how they fit. They fit pretty good. A little bit overage on it. So here's what we'll do. We'll put it all this part on as such. So as on the big pieces, You do a big U. You do the bottom part here and the edges like that. See? Put it on. Voila. Make sure they're as straight as you can get them. Put the last piece on there, another U. We're going to put a U around like so. U. It is U. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 4 little pieces of tape, put them right on the corners. As such. You realize that I have never done this before. So, if I can manage it when having never done it before, hopefully it won't be too hard for everybody. So one thing about this part here, don't worry about it being absolutely perfectly strong or perfectly made. Because all these things do here is they hold in the bird seed. So the bird seed is in here and it's being held in by this. So it's not really structural outside of that. Structural means that it's got to bear weight and stuff. So now, let's put in the centerpiece. So that means we need to squirt a little glue right on the bottom. Voila, right on the bottom. Now this is structural, so you want to put plenty. It means it bears weight. The whole thing hangs from this. This is the key joint in the whole thing. So put plenty of glue on there. I stick it right in the middle because you don't want the thing to list when it's hanging. You know what list means? That means like this. So we want it like this, all good. So it's pretty good and in the middle. All right, what I'm going to do, I'll put a couple pieces of tape on this to keep it there. So seeing as we're learning, you know, you guys might want to actually put that centerpiece in before you do this other part. Might be a little easier. Okay, there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put glue on this part, because it's easier to put the glue on this part and aim it than put it on here and get it right. So what we're going to do is put the glue on the post. Like so on this side. And on this side. Like so. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these 2 pieces here and I'll put them together like that. And then I'm going to put a piece of tape on them as such. I'm going to lay the thing right on there. See if I get it straight. Yeah. Birds won't come unless they have shade. I say, oh, this restaurant's got no shade. I'm not I'm not coming here again. Okay, there we go. So we're going to have to let that glue dry a little bit. And there's your most wonderful bird feeder. Makes me hungry just looking at it. I'm sure the buzzards are circling up there. I'm not sure whether they're looking at the bird feeder or me. They might be considering, there's a tasty morsel down there. So anyway, that's it. We'll be back in a little bit to put the eye bolt and the string on and call it a night. All right. Thank you very much. Hello, folks. Notice I have a different shirt on. You realized last night that the glue takes at least overnight to dry. It's not one of those 30-minute dry glues like we have at work. So remember that. And B, you'll notice how there's a little gaps down in the bottom part there. I guess right in there, little gaps and stuff. So once you get done with this, a good thing to do would be to take the extra glue and run it along the bottom's cracks here and there, and maybe around the base. So you use the extra glue around the bottom, kind of like this, like that. But I think this is going to work anyway. And so what we will do, so take all the tape off. Take all the tape off. Hopefully they'll all be glued together and not taped together. There we go. Now this is one teeny bird feeder, very teeny. So my view is that you should only allow one bird to come at a time. It's kind of like social distancing, you know. Each bird has to stand 6 feet back before they come up and take some bird seed. Okay, the next thing we do is you get the little tiny eye bolt. It's about eensy weensy teeny weeny eensy, like that. And what they advise you to do with this is you're supposed to stick it right in the top there, right into the top post, and you press. You might need some help with this. Press it and you just screw it right in. They don't drill it, they don't pilot it, they don't do anything. They just screw it right in, supposedly. So one other thing we could do is, if you wanted to, you could drill a little hole in the top of the center post. Yeah. So this is easier. Okay, now it's starting to get in there. There it goes. So it wasn't false advertising, it's actually doable. And there we go. So let's take our string and we put it through here like so. Turn it around. And I'm going to put 2 half hitches on it, which means you put double around here. And then up at the top, you go around the top and through. Now you don't have to put that fancy a knot, you can just put a knot. Okay, there it is. Voila! Now I need to put a loop at the top so that it'll hang. So I could do the same 2 half hitches and I won't worry about it closing up. So it takes quite a bit of force to close the half hitch. Here it comes. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, now, the business end of the deal. The thing that the birds are all going to be interested in, supposedly. Here it is. Let me get this little baggie. And we pour a little bit of bird seed into the thing like so. There it is. I'm gonna close it up. So you guys will get a little packet of bird seed like this with your bird feeder and be ready to go. See there, it works. Ha ha, it's all in there. Now, I'm gonna take this and hang it on the roof. Put my glasses like this so I can walk and then see. So I got a little stick with a hole on it here. I'll put it on that nail up there. There it is. Voila. Okay now, come on down, birds. Come on down. No, wait. Just one at a time. One at a time. One at a time.